For 2 years, I've been working my way through the Final Fantasy XIV free trial on a challenge run, forcing me to craft my own gear and earn my own advanced jobs. For the last 62 hours, I've been working my way through Post-Stormblood, all of the patches released after Stormblood, but before Shadowbringers. So join me as we resolve the last few things standing between us and a new adventure on a whole new shard. And remember, this compilation is a cut-down version of the full videos. If you'd like to see them, the playlist is in the description. This is No Money, Mo Money, and after putting an end to a 1,000-year war, he thought to take a little break. But old threats create new problems. And now his path leads to war, through a storm of blood. Now, we can finally jump into Post-Stormblood with the Omega Raids. No choice but to divert company resources and employees this pet project of yours. This is a real threat down in that hole. We kind of need to deal with it. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Let our people study such advanced technology. Oh, really? The before or after you blow it up or seal it away? I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant. Oh, God, no. Oh, man, not this consultant. We're getting the old divorced couple back together to bicker at each other some more. Yup. Sure. Nothing terrifying about this. He's just been sleeping inside my soul, basically, ever since Heaven's Word finished. Our history spanneth eons and stars. Yeah, there is that. You get to learn more about the dragons and the Omicrons much later in Endwalker, but for now... Oh no, tiny chicken! Being chased by a big dragon. Trip. Just tripped. Yeah, apparently it was a weird ether dragon that's not really here. Look, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it's an alien. Omega is just making a bunch of different creatures out of ether and then having them kill each other to find the most powerful form. All right. Time to go jump in the purple nightmare goop. Rift between dimensions where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Yeah, thanks, Omega. I love that Alpha was able to give consent for the rest of us. 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They're grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. Pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects, your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Oh look, our first battlefield. Enter the Deltascape and defeat all test subjects within. Well, here we go. Finally into the Deltascape. After like a 45-minute queue time. That's what happens when you're a DPS. Alderite. Yep, good luck. Let's go, Alpha! Let's do this, doofuses. I think we didn't even see some of the mechanics, but that's how it goes. So Omega can straight up create beings, like corporeal beings in the real world, but it takes a lot of Omega's power to do so. So instead it created this weird little void space to like test simulacra of different beings before it decides which one to make. So eventually it's going to find something even stronger than Shinryu, decide that's the victor, create it in the real world, and then fight it to become stronger. They're like, how did Alpha manifest corporeally in the real world? Then again, it's not a very complex design, so maybe it was an accident. Wedge just like, don't you make fun of Alpha, he's a good boy. Biggs and Wedge are gonna head back to Cartno to see why Omega doesn't seem to be responding to the stasis command we initiated at the end of Heaven's Word. Great. A beholder. A catastrophe. Adios, beholder. The next opponent is Halicarnassus, a character from an ancient fable. Yep, Omega's populating its grand experiment with fictional characters. Must needs draw upon that which hath already been. Yeah, Omega is a clanker. It has no heart, no soul, no creativity. It can only recreate that which has already existed. Built Escape 3. Okay. Here we go, Halicarnassus. Let's play, Frog Queen. Ribbit. Your opponent is, and I quote, a great tree born of an agglomeration of evil will. Oh, is that X-Death? Alright. Built Escape 4. Bring it on, X-Death. I am the Delta, I am the Omega. Completed the Delta escape. Bye, Tin Man. Get 8. Delta escape shut down. Yep. Alpha group victorious. Back to reality. Yep. There goes gravity. I mean, no. Omega could have done this completely in secret if it wanted to. For some reason, it revealed itself to us and allowed us to enter. And Midgard's Armor's already like, what are you, Alpha? Really? And Alpha's just like, huh? Like, Alpha doesn't know. Unexpected projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Oh my. Am I an upset victor, an underdog, if you will? Certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Alpha group members subject to severe stress. Event found: the death of a comrade. Jeez, dude. Jesse's falling in love with the tiny, adorable stuffed chocobo. He's basically part of the family, and why wouldn't he grant us exclusive rights to use his likeness? Shall we start off with simple clockwork version? They'll be queuing up in the streets. Jesse's already seeing the hanging Garfields and the windshields of cars for Alpha. Yeah, Biggs and Wedge ain't back yet. Last I heard, they were scouring Omega Control for anything useful. Going through Delta Escape means I've also picked up a bunch of raid nonsense. But luckily, this means I can also buy a bunch of gear from the raids. But unfortunately, I didn't pick up enough pieces for the pants. But even without the pants, I could still put this together. Not my favorite, but not terrible. It'll do for now. So, things aren't going too good in here, are they, guys? Monster appeared out of thin air. Up. Targets exhibit vital signs. Mission failed. Yep, Omega tried to kill our friends. Alpha group members exhibit heightened levels of stress. Objective fulfilled. Oh, someone's got to beat up Omega now because it's annoying. Yeah, it could just unleash them on the towns and kill dozens of people. Those whom you call heroes, yeah. people who go beyond what should be their natural limits somehow, and Omega's trying to induce that state. Prove to be of benefit, I will incorporate it into my own evolution. The ability to go even further beyond. Plus Ultra? Really? Omega's trying to incorporate Plus Ultra into its evolution? That'll finally let us craft up for ourselves a whole new set of 3-star master-crafted gear for my monk, which looks like this. That's actually a pretty cool look. I still hate the gauntlets completely, so let's get rid of them and the accessories. There we go. That's a decent look, actually. I don't think I'm gonna glamour over this with anything, and that will be enough to carry me back into the Omega Raids. Oh boy, Jesse, what have you done? Tiny Ironworks Alpha. There, I thought you were just sizing him up for merchandising opportunities. Jesse's just like, I can do 2 things at once. Yeah, Midgard's Homer's not exactly happy to be around Omega after what Omega did to his homeworld. The heck kind of cards are those? Wait, so Alpha's gonna actually join the fighting group this time? More enemies. So I guess Alpha and I are just stuck until maybe Sid finds his way over to break these shields, or do we just... Oh, wow, Alpha! Oh, gee. Look at this egg world behind me. I wonder who the boss of this one could possibly be. So Omega's like, why are you no longer my target? Midgard Sarber's like, I made a deal with Hydaelyn. Now I'm just a spirit, not like a real dragon. So Omega's like, by the time I arrived on this star, my target had disappeared. So I just started repairing myself and looking for a new target. Yeah. And this right here is why I decided to stay a monk for the Omega Raids, baby. Unfortunately, I can't suplex the train, but still, it just felt fitting to be a monk. Next foe is Chadarnuk. Not a train, but some manner of animated painting. Okay. Time for the demon Chadarnuk. Time to play with paintings. Ooh, did Biggs and Wedge wake up? Yep, they're on their way here. Okay, Nero's gonna stay behind so something crazy can happen to him while we're off visiting Biggs and Wedge. Initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels. I'm gonna kill someone else. Don't screw with Nero. Biggs and Wedge can be tough when they want to, but Nero will fight back. Next foe, known as the Guardian. Battle is relatively straightforward. Courage and steel should be enough to win you the day. Time for Sigma Scape 3. It's just a big old brute tank. The Guardian's just a big heavy hitter. Adios, Guardian. Profile on the next opponent. Kefka, a jester. Yes, Sid, that's all Kefka is. He's a jester. His preferred mode of fooling didn't just bring the house down, but the whole world. Alright, Sigma Scape 4. By the jerk with the ultimate Sigma mindset. I am the greatest! Yep, you're real funny, idiot. I am the Sigma! Yeah, I got that Sigma grind set, baby. Oh, man, that's a bad achievement. Bye! Bye to your world of ruin, you unfunny clown. Oh! And there goes Nero. Yeah. It wasn't smart for Omega to pick a fight with Nero. Biggs and Wedge can be tough, but doable. Nero, on the other hand, was going to pit a real fight with Omega, but not without burning himself out pretty hard. He basically just toughed it out through those last 2 rounds without telling us he was injured. Next round is yours. Yeah, Nero's kind of out of the final round of the Omega Raids. Hello, tiny Chocobo plushie. Hello, tiny gecko man. Conserve life energy. You subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. Oh, yes. So, yeah, you think we plus ultra during fights. He's having trouble calculating just how strong we can become during a fight. Will exhibit your full potential unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data. Will you stop it already? "180 seconds, I will terminate your life. Attempt to escape with every last reserve of strength you possess." You suck, Omega. Like, everyone thinks you suck. Including Alpha. I mean, good on you to keep trying, pal. It's not working very well, though. It's truly the extent of thine evolution. Glimpse the core of thy wretched existence, and judge that my guidance here is no longer needed. Omega, you made my pet gecko angry. You shouldn't have done that. Nicely done. Somewhere shall I betake me for a time? Yep. Incarnation leave with thee will be mine in form, but not in spirit. Yes, so my little gecko Midgard-Zormer that's floating around with me is no longer, like, possessed by the real Midgard-Zormer for now, because he needs to sleep after this. In the empty vessel, thine all too clumsy effort to draw out that, which by thine own admission defieth thine understanding, is the very height of folly. Like that Midgard-Zormer is like, you don't even know what you're playing with, and you're trying to draw it out of the Warrior of Light. You're stupid. Thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of their glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize thou seekest is life for the taking. Yeah. Just give it time. I'll reveal all my powers eventually, and then you'll regret ever letting me do so. Attempt to artificially elicit potential has failed. Tend to your injuries and prepare for the next round. Alright, time to get out of here before Omega does anything else. So now that we picked up all this junk that no one ever wants to take home from the raids, we can now buy all of this junk for glamour, which looks a little something like this. Not the worst. I still don't like it. Oh well. Good enough for the end of this tier, at least. We need to be ready when he calls on us again, which means I need to go and craft myself whole new sets of crafter gear and monk gear again for next week. Because I can't get the storm sap I need to make the tier 3 crafter gear, I am trying to craft a tier 4 monk set with a tier 2 crafter gear. And this was always going to end up being an annoying, like, you gotta overmeld and make new food and get all this stuff and do all the script stuff. But with this set, I should be able to craft my tier 4 monk set. So let's go grab my food, let's go grab my tea, and let's make this monk gear. After so much more melding, because I had craftsmanship and the control to hit the required breakpoints for the tier 4 mastercrafts, but because my gear was such low level and I was focusing craftsmanship and control, my CP was so low, I could not get any version of a macro that could guarantee success on those crafts until I fused some more CP materia on here. shattering about 50 or 60 CP materia, and the script grind to get those CP materia requiring close to about 10 hours, which finally gives me both the food and the meds, which I've used obviously, and the final set of monk gear. And there it is, my eye level 380, level 70, 4-star Mastercraft final craftable in the entire free trial playthrough monk gear. It's actually a pretty good look. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this look. Ready for the last tier of Omega. Just one egg left. Alpha's role is now obsolete. I will guide you from that. No, that's okay. I'm good with Alpha sticking around. I'd rather not have you guiding us anywhere. We're accurately described as bait because he was sent out to lure us in the first place. I don't care. You don't care what Omega said? Come on. Opponent's name is Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict. Oh god. I'm here to kill Chaos. We came and we killed Chaos. Sid, buddy, why are you invisible? Oh, there he goes. Alpha was filling the kettle again, and another of his weird magic cards did something strange. Completion of the experiments. Well, that's strange. This is only the first round of the final tier. Subject the unknown to the imperfect. You'll proceed to a supplemental stage. Omega's gonna test me against something it's fought before. Hey, Gecko buddy. How you doing? Yeah, time to face Midgard Zormer in his prime. Hello, father of geckos. Sorry. So, time for us to fight. Unmitigated hostilities. Activate the relocation device to enter the arena. Alpha's still got a lot of little gimmicks. Makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller? The invisible water from the kettle. Sid gave him that for a little gimmick, too. Here comes our stupid beetle that we have to fight. Bye-bye, giant beetle. Insufficient data, though. Reassess my methods, devise more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. Uh-oh. Rift is collapsing. Optimal form for this experiment. Physical reconfiguration. Yeah. Diverting energy from interspatial maintenance. Collapse the rift with us inside it. Cool, we're in the void. So what do you want to do for the next 10 trillion years, guys? Bye, Alpha. Run! Yup. Yeah, go find Omega. Yeah, so it was falling behind Midgard's armor, so it literally like throws away its chassis and completely reconfigures it for some new movement type, right, to speed up. So it could basically just fully reconfigure its body anytime it wants. So just keep changing its physical body until it can find a way to get home. Yay, Alpha found Omega way out in the void. Homing instinct is functioning as designed. Yeah, that was a poor design choice on your part. Well, Alpha group subjects perished when the rift contracted. Unavoidable as a multitude of their kind. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Did we? Did we perish in the void? Or did we use a shrink card and some invisibility potion? Cool. Liquid metal. Reconfiguring its body. Like, all this work and Omega just went humanoid. I am the Alpha, I am the Omega. Seriously, Omega, you're not done? Yeah, Omega's pretty much done at this point. Sweet little plushy chocobo. The intangible strength of one's soul. It's our heart, our spirit. Yep, all to try and find a way home. Anyone who had like a heart, a soul, spirit, blah, 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 all of that metaphysical version of like a heart, a soul, spirit, all that, would have destroyed themselves emotionally and mentally, traveling that far across space alone to try and return home. Like thousands of years of solo space travel would destroy anyone with a heart and soul. Bye, Omega. And of course, with all of that comes all of this, leaving me with this beautiful, very tight, skin tight little outfit. I'm going off on an adventure. Here comes now! The model Omega that Wedge and I were working on. Like, they were working on a little mammoth Omega. Off on a new adventure together! Tiny plushy Chocobo and tiny toy Omega. Alpha and tiny toy Omega. Off to see the wide, wide world and show up in basically every single event that they'll have in Final Fantasy XIV going forward in the future. Alpha and Omega do sort of appear in whatever town events are hosted in every time there's an event, pretty much. theme. Let's continue on with the Ivalice Raids. I also love the fact that just last week I was like, this is the final set of monk gear that you can craft in Stormblood and thus in my free trial playthrough. And then Yoshi P's response immediately was, you think so? You sure about that, pal? Why, hello there, Alma. Your name and your face and your dress look very familiar for some reason. All right, let's go check out the Prima Vista. Yeah, this baby's just been floating back here in the background for a while now, taunting and tempting me. Oh no, it's even worse than an airship full of Garleans. It's an airship full of actors. The Zodiac Brave story, you say? Why, hello, Sid. Didn't you get enough hanging out with me while we were messing with Omega the last few weeks? Many Eorzean adventurers would leap at the opportunity to help an Imperial search for her missing father in Garlean territory, no less. Yeah, not a lot of people offering up their services for this job. Yeah, young Delita, a boy of common blood, becomes a hero, culminating in birth of mythical kingdom of Ivalice. Yeah, so for those who didn't realize already by this being called the Ivalice Raids and Alma here and all of that, is this entire story is based around Final Fantasy tactics. So her father believed he discovered evidence of a second hero whose efforts went largely unnoticed, you say. Wonder who that could be. The ruins lie beyond Nagsha, buried beneath the sands of the Dalmasca Desert. That is interesting that they brought these two different game stories together. We basically took Final Fantasy Tactics story, packaged it up, and then buried it beneath the surface of Final Fantasy XII's world. So Dalmasca is still conquered, and there is still a little resistance under the surface, and all of those characters existed and stuff like that, but now it's against the Garlean Empire. And we're also starting to mess around with Orosite. Oh, look at this stuck-up dork of a brother of Alma named Ramza. Strange. Alright, so it basically just assumes their dad went to Rabanastre because that's where his love of Evolution legends began. Well, do you see that one Slayer of Gods they call him, Warrior of Light? It's interesting to note that these guys know who I am. Alright, time to get Rabanasty. Thank you for coming along, 23 doofuses. I'm grateful for your help. Wow, straight into the fight. I did not remember it going right into the fight that fast. But yes, this is mostly what we're dealing with throughout the Ivalice Raids, is the evil monster, god-like whatever beings from Final Fantasy Tactics. Okay, now we're getting poisoned. Well, not poisoned. Now we're being left breathless. And what we have to do is take out these toads before we stack up to 10 stacks of this breathless. Or just kill the boss, that works too. Oh, he's going on that side. Cleaving half of the arena plus a little bit in the middle where he actually rockets across. Now he's gonna slam that down, so that's a bit of an AoE. And now he's gonna raise up a tower that he's gonna stand on, and we need to break it down. Wow, a lot of people just died. I do not know why so many people just died. But we got him. Getting charged. And then cleaving. Yeah, I remember that one now. He's trampling. Okay, let me get out of the way. There, while he does this little figure eight. Yeah, there it is. So you pulled Passage of Arms a bit early there. And then I'll go ahead and hit Mantra for the healers, and I'll also hit my heal, which is part of my mitigation. And he is done for.
Who dares disturb the slumber of Argath?
Oh, Argath, yeah.
Rightful king of Ivalice.
Argath, yep. This is the jerk that killed Delita's sister. Let's punch his face in.
Then by my sword shall I banish your souls to the deepest hell.
Yeah, they didn't wait for me. There are some real gung-ho people.
You will be judged.
In this run, which do not care.
Kneel and repent. I am the lies upon which you sup.
Sure, pal. I think this is lies again. So it's telling me to look away. I think I need to look at him or I get hurt. I believe. This guy has a similar mechanic to Kefka, where, like, depending on the mask that he's wearing, which that big mask that showed up on my screen, it's like lies or truths. He's really just some spoiled rich noble who basically destroyed an entire kingdom with a single move. Literally, most of Final Fantasy Tactics doesn't happen if this idiot doesn't just shoot Delita's sister to get at the thug that was standing behind her.
This body, it is not my own.
Oh, gods, what have I done? Save me! Ramza! Save me!
Ramza and the Warrior of Light? It's great that they know me. Oh! Well, great. Now these idiots strike. Bagamnin, the bounty hunter, do humbly thank you for delivering me this fine gift. Yeah, they're gonna use the dad to try and find more of these ruins and Orosites and blah blah blah. That one, she will bring it to me. You don't want the Warrior of Light to be the one bringing it to you. I'm gonna punch you in the... Well, given my height and given his height, you can assume where. Yes, stupid lizard man. You're so clever and devious. Now go play with Orosite and see what it does to you. Orosite does not work to facilitate the possession of a living host by an icon, but rather absorbs the host's ether and somehow transforms it before returning it to the host body. Irrefutable evidence that Delita had a close companion named Ramza who aided him in his rise to power. This led me to Alma. That I might never lose sight of the truth, I named my own children after these yeah, sure. So that's the excuse for why we have a Ramza and an Alma in our Final Fantasy Tactics raids. Genomus and Lexentale. That is my stage name. My true name is Araslav Durai. My ancestor penned the Durai Papers. An account of Ivalice and the War of the Lions that details what actually happened. After the War of the Lions, believed the people of Ivalice had a right to know the truth. Said about documenting his deeds, yeah. When the church learned of his intent, however, they branded him a heretic and had him burned at the stake. Yeah, that's about right. We've gone from rescue dad to now we have to bring archaeological evidence of the existence of Ivalice to light to prove it's real and not just fairy tales. Of course, this brings to light the whole idea that we have an Orosite sitting around, which is maybe not the best idea. Oh, Sid sent for an Archon of Charlian, eh? Hi, Mikoto! So, what do you got to show us about the Orosite that we happen to still have around? The Otius, one of but many Orosite shards that aided Noble Delita's rise to yeah. I involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole. Flying mole. I love that. And then you hear the little boop behind him. Give me a mole again and I'll smash your face into the ground, Kupo. Please do go on. My acceptance into your fight troops ranks can wait until all have set their peace. Wait, the Moogle wants to be an actor? It's more evil than even normal Moogles. Kill it with fire. Was this before or after you swore you simply had to become the realm's greatest marauder? But hey, at least his buddy seems to be a musician, destined to be a thespian. The role of Delita was made for me. I see. Aid in finding our leader, Bagamnin. Oh, you mean the idiot who walked off with the Orosite that makes people crazy and possesses them? Surrender our weapons and offer your journal as an act of... Why did you freaking threaten his sister at all, idiots? The crystal did something to our captain? What was your leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in the world? Their unit were the ones that were supposed to escort Ash away from the fortress. Words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arms, but a stone's throw from where the Garamsite waterways drain into the sea. She smiled and told us the very people who had failed her to survive. If we assume a deep-seated hatred towards the invaders of his homeland, coupled with self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. Which way is it going this time? Same direction. Alright. That was easy. So what's he creating over there? Ah, yes, those are the ones that float around, causing, like, AoE stuff. Oh god, they're going straight for us. No. Leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with you, stupid water. It's just following us around. It's so annoying. That's big fiery explosions from Belias. Okay, they're taking care of it. I don't need to focus on it at all. Time for a math test. But here it comes. Math test time. And everyone's HP goes down to single digits. And then we have to do calculations. So my HP is 7. Multiple of 5. So if I add 3, I become 10. Which is a multiple of 5. A lot of people are getting their math tests wrong. Everyone is down for the count. Let's get sucked. We're out. Dance! Dance, robot, dance! Time for us to take down Begamnen's all disgusting now.
Swine.
And thinks we're all Garleans.
Come! The blood of my fallen brothers feeds my hate! The Empire is a cancer! And I am the barber's blade!
I mean, yes it is. But you're not fighting the Empire, so good job with that. Cyclone. Get sucked up!
Scream louder! I want to remember this!
He's raking again. Oh wow, I actually didn't get hit by that. I'm surprised. I thought for sure I was gonna get hit by that as he spun around and I tried to avoid some stuff. Didn't stop, made it pop.
You may have escaped me in this life, but I shall be waiting in the next.
Sure you shall. How many more times do we have to take that stupid crystal out? Didn't get any pieces that were worth anything glam-wise out of that. Well! Hey, at least we don't have to deal with the petulant, bratty prince for a while. Vestiges of one's will may enter in an aura site. The desires of the former owner or creator of these necklaces was simply to return to Ivalice. Gee, who could that have possibly been? I wonder, huh, Lena? Ramza Bell. Yep. Wanted people to return to his homeland and uncover the truth behind the kingdom's founding. We're being tested. It's measuring our worth. Seeing if we're deserving of that truth. Not exactly that truth. Ramza is definitely testing us to see if we're worthy for what he needs to show us next, but it's not if we're worthy of the truth. He calls her Lady Murala. Lady? Since when did you? Oh my god, look at that. The spoiled, petulant little brat is starting to act like a decent person. Almost like he's been able to communicate with the aura site that Ramza is part of. The Moogles are like, I just had the disturbance in the ether. Yeah, his ether is being messed with by the other Ramza a bit. Mama's been experiencing difficulties with her health. Couldn't possibly be that she's wearing that necklace again. Our next expedition! Just ignore the girl who's basically collapsing all the time. The original Ramza and his party was in fact fighting with otherworldly forces that could destroy the entire world, like the Lucavi, yeah, born of these unholy crystals. So did they endure until reaching their final destination, the Orban Monastery. The evil being that engendered the Auracite as a whole was said to have slumbered beneath the monastery. Ultima the High Seraph. So the river we're speaking of could only be the one which bisects Golmar on the Nagshan border. Okay, so the valley is home to the Vera. The one thing they do not suffer is trespassers, not even lovable Moogles. Well, then I guess we'll have to go find a Vera to give us passage. So what's this device that Mikoto wanted? Well, at least Mikoto isn't stupid. Everyone else is like, no, Alma will be fine, I'm sure. Mikoto's like, it's the Auracite, you idiots. Recommended she destroys the necklace, yet not only did she refuse, she begged me to keep this revelation from her father. I devised a means by which I might impede or at least lessen the effects of the odious. So that's what that little horn thing is for? Well, gee, look at that. A Vera associated with Dalmasca in some way. Surprise, surprise. Here, I thought he'd be taller. That's racist. You're a fool to trust that princess, so yes. Even though Bwagi and these guys seem to really think that Ash is dead, apparently she's not. How are ya? Oh, cool. Too late. Whatever, Mikoto, if you're gonna do this, do it fast. The High Seraph is being a bitch. Well, okay, cool. So I'm taking your weird little gimmick device. Why are you, like, haunting us with her? Guys. Oh! Did we just shatter the Odious? Hey, I mean, we got Alba back. Whoops! Well, you know what? I think this is a net gain on our part. We got Alba back and lost Ramza. I think that's a net positive. I guess we'll still have to go in and save his annoying butt, though. Oh boy. Getting drunk. Yeah. Delita and Orin talking about how Ramza just vanished from his mortal vessel and sent his soul into the Auracite, basically. Hello, other Alma. We're powerless to defeat the High Seraph. We chose the only path left to us. Do what Hylian herself did countless centuries past. Imprison Ultima. Prison's only as strong as the seal on its gates. Yes, Ramza basically pulled a Persona 3. Like, he just surrendered up his soul to be used as a seal. They decided that Tactics Ramza in this universe was a Warrior of Light. Just a chunk of his soul left over in the frickin' ore site. Like, yep, he penned a journal of the truth that's totally gonna get him murdered. Yeah, sure. Also something that, like, didn't happen in Tactics, I guess. Apparently, Orin and Alma got together. So yes, not only is the Lexingtale family descended of Orin Durai, they also happen to have Beowulf blood in them. Awesome, so the High Seraph wants to possess me. That's cute and all. Let me just punch her in her stupid face 1,000 times. Oh, would you look at that? Now we're starting to pick up some of Ramza's old colleagues and companions. Hello, Bustadio.
You shall promise. The promise won't save you from what comes next.
Sure, pal. Whatever. Uh-oh. Analysis. Show him your holes.
Let this be your final testament.
This is the free square. Again. Provided someone doesn't drag him 10,000 miles away again.
Let this be your final testament.
See, that's what happens if you don't show him your hole. You get obliterated.
You have proven yourself deserving of the title.
It's over here.
So brave. With this, my journey can, at long last, come to an end.
The Beowulf youth guides your fate, but have you the faith to fulfill his legacy? O divine light, send us from our sins! Gaze deep into the light!
Go ahead and put this up. And then do some heals as well while we're here. Thunder Slash, cleave. And a bunch of people took it right on the face because they weren't paying attention. Oh well.
The cleansing light shall... Well fought, champion.
Well,
I
they
leave
dealt
you
with
now
her
to
while
your
we were
quest.
gone.
My Ovelia awaits.
Your coming was foretold, servant of Ivalice.
Oh my
Perhaps you
god.
serve another. I am Count Sidolphus
Sid.
Orlando. Your
Final Fantasy
journey
Tactics Sid.
ends here. To live by the sword is to die by the sword. There is time enough for regret in the flames of hell.
He's a very poetic dude. And up we go. Where we each get our own Sid. There we go. Takes care of that.
I have been called the God of Thunder. You will now know why. Upon my holy blade, the very world lies in balance.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say, buddy.
Now the scales will tip. The
Bye-bye.
clouds have parted, and the skies
Look at
clear.
all of our party dead because
is
he just
time I
dumped it in the
bade you
middle of our
farewell.
frickin' party.
Is it sanctum you
Hello there,
seek,
Ultima.
my wayward children? Or perhaps you are come in search of power.
Wow, she devoured a bunch of
That
ore sites.
which lies at your feet, that blessed bauble can grant you both. You need but will it so. Now, Take up your salvation and be gone. Mortal agency in matters divine shall not be suffered. You shall rue the day you raised your eyes to the heavens.
I mean, you shall rue the day you brought the Warrior of Light in here. You want my body, but you're taking these hands. As long as I get the hell out of there. Oh, I almost didn't catch that water bottle there, and I stood right in the center of that one. Ah, come on!
Bear your steel.
But at least the other guys are bringing our healers back. But I'm going to be sitting here, because I'm just a melee DPS. No one's going to give a crap about rezzing me until they've rezzed a bunch of other people.
Simmer as the light of life before rising to the heavens in a cleansing conflagration of divine.
Okay, they are pulling us in, though, because this whole thing is about to change.
Your sins, your souls.
That was very close, actually. Like, if that res had been just like a second or two slower, I would have had to go through the fall animation first and then come in.
You will not intervene.
Ruination! Get destroyed. Now we'll hold on to this. I was just trying to completely obliterate us. And the healers are just having to sort of heal through this. Those ultimate illusion pops. Yep, where we're just taking tons of damage. Right up until Ramza and the others come to help us. Ooh. Here's the puzzle. Two, one, don't move. Move.
Kneel before me.
Nope, coming through, lady. Okay. He's already getting that one. No one's getting this one. Okay, someone's got that one. Oh, someone did not get that one. At least we're done. Finally, that was a rough clear, man.
I am your mother. I am
You
your
are none of
maker.
these things. Nope.
I am Ivalice. Consign me unto darkness, and your light will be forever.
No thanks. Just go away, lady. Bye-bye. Ow, flashbang. Hey guys, how you doing? Hi Ramza. Yeah, you're welcome, I suppose. I need to beat her face in anyway, but yeah, sure, definitely came to help you. Well, hello there, other Ramza. Or maybe I should say real Ramza. And this idiot at my side can be fake Ramza. Yeah. Mustadio, Agrias, Sid. So let's be clear, most of these people were alive at the end of a Tactics playthrough, which means a lot of these people must have bound themselves to Auracite in order for this one moment. Like, you get that impression when you're playing Tactics, like, wow, these outfits look dumb. Like, all of Ramza's outfits look dumb. And it's like, yeah, this really high-definition model of Ramza, it still looks stupid. Hi, guys. Like, their memories and being should have long been absorbed by Hydaelyn, and their souls, their energy, used to create new life. Adding a new final act to the Zodiac Brave story. Perhaps later I shall pen a tale about the legendary warrior of light. Oh god. Yeah, my tale's especially far from over, considering those idiots just added Shadowbringers. Okay, sure, whatever. I don't know. Honestly, I tried to mesh tactics and 12 and 14 all together. You get a lot of really kind of odd, rough edges where, like, the lore doesn't quite work out here or there. But they do a pretty good job of it for the most part. We have finished up all of the side stuff, which means we're about to hop back into Stormblood for the Post-Stormblood MSQ. But first, new glam.
We've made good progress since we took back Mhigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Yeah, let's not be putting anyone like that on the throne, please.
Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
Sounds very boring.
But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw
Keep
aches.
me out of it.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all
Hello,
over for you.
Arnvold. What adventures should we go on today?
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
Always. No one ever asks me if I just want to go on an adventure. Everyone's always like, go kill a god, go destroy an empire. Never just, hey, you want to go raid a dungeon for some treasure?
The Imperials and liberating Mhigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
I mean, I'm not called no money for nothing. Give me a good dungeon and a good treasure chest.
So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Why do we need a nerd? Twist my arm, why don't you? Oh, is that Arnvold's traveling partner? Dependable and discreet. It actually is Jmoldva, who's one of Arnvold's party.
Leave it to me!
Why does Arnvold's voice remind me of another character? I can't put a finger on who it is, though.
Leave it to me!
I'm still trying to figure out who Arnvold's voice reminds me of. I think it might... Oh yeah, because they just dropped Shadowbringers. I know who Arnvold reminds me of. I wonder if that's the same voice actor. I don't want to say, because it's a very, very important character in the Shadowbringers storyline. So let's not spoil that right here and now. I wonder if it's the same voice actor. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a second to figure that out. Just a sec. It is the same voice actor. I was right. Yes. Validation. Yes, Arnvold's voice actor also voices an extremely important main story character in Shadowbringers. That's why it sounded so familiar to me. Well, hello there. Tall, dark, and furry. Bye, buddy. Finally, you can be just dead and not a monster anymore. I mean, it looks like we found a treasure.
Their misfortune is our fortune?
Especially now, when I'm actually listening to him talk, I can tell it's the same voice actor from Shadowbringers.
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
So maybe he's voiced in a few more cutscenes than I thought.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
mob outside headquarters making demands. What the heck, people?
We know who you've got in there!
Yeah, a bunch of people who want us to lynch Ferdola for everything she did to them. Yeah,
What's
you're
going
all
on?
big, strong, courageous people now that she's chained up, aren't you?
Hey, who's this?
Who this? Who you, motherfucker? This person's
friends,
important. You're not even
you are
important
not
enough for a
alone in your
name,
anger,
so shut
your
up.
grief. Think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. If we give in to our base appetites, we will never know the truth. I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Ala-Mhigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Some industrious souls even sought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim, really? You're saying someone dug up Xenos' grave? That's interesting. Village elders, refugee leaders. Okay, so she's having a big meeting with elders and leaders and blah, blah, blah. She's creating a whole, like, summit of people to talk about the future of Ala-Mhigo. Even invited the Ananta and the Kikern to participate.
With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Ala-Mhigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness, which means my work here is done. Soon, I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side. I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
Raubon is a scion. That would be interesting.
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Oh, cool. A bunch of Kalyana Ananta, you know, the ones that summoned a primal and got tempered, have shown up to be part of the summit. Stolen, Thancred, stand guard outside. Me and Arenvald, the people that just so happen to have the protection of the Echo, we will stand guard inside during the summit meeting. And here we go. Long, boring politics stuff again. I have no interest, so I'm just gonna snooze until something goes horribly wrong, thank you.
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Gir
Like I said, you can never trust the enthralled. And it's not even that they're evil or horrible or anything like that. It's that they're mind controlled. You can never trust the enthralled.
All worship
Yeah.
Lakshmi!
Why you think we put a bunch of scions with the Echo in this room, idiot?
Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage.
But then the question remains, who exactly helped them sneak a gigantic sum of crystals into the little lakes, river, pond, whatever things that were in this building? Like, who snuck a bunch of crates of crystals into the water next to where we were meeting?
It's up to us.
Yep, kinda. Problem is, we have, you know, random people caught in the mix here. Yeah, he just cuts her right down. Oh, man, I really love Raubon. He's like, well, we decided we can't trust the enthralled. Let's cut this lady down right now so she's not a problem. Yeah, time to get out of here. Everyone without the Echo needs to go, and me and Arenvald need to really shield them from it. Alright, Lakshmi, let's do this again. Look at that! People dressed up in resistance costumes who are working with the Kalyana.
Fools!
Wonderful. A bunch of idiots who went and got themselves enthralled helped sneak a bunch of crystals in.
We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvold to shield us.
Actually, we have more than that.
Aye, but they can't well defend your
Yeah.
guests and attack the Primal, can they?
Yeah.
We're stuck on the back foot.
You cover the guests, we'll keep the Primal from enthralling you guys.
Alright, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
She has a crazy idea for what it's worth, but it works out.
Yeah, whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick.
So you can basically just keep summoning more and more and more and more to make it impossible for you and Arenvold to protect
it all.
everybody.
It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Yes, it is. Luckily, Lee's had a completely insane idea of how to fix this. Send in the Butcher to help us, because she has an echo as well.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Ugh, finally. Hi guys. Everyone good? No one tempered?
Seven hells. It's
You
her,
didn't notice before?
the Butcher.
When she stepped in and shielded you? You didn't notice that?
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you.
I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave. Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Rabun Aldin,
Yes,
you are
she did in
hereby
fact
dismissed
forget
as
something.
General of the
She
Immortal
forgot to
Flames
fire you
and
from your
relieved of
job.
Your seat on the Syndicate. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo. In Pippin, you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Ooh, look who's back in town after surviving the destruction of the castle. And look who else survived as well. Oh, how sweet she seems to be bringing him a snag. It's just weird. Alright, looks like they're coming home to Doma. Yeah, I'm sure the people of Doma will love to see her. Alright, looks like me and the twins are off to the east again, probably to deal with this craziness that Gosetsu Yotsuyu are back. Hey there again, girl. How you doing?
Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Or we could just follow the explosions.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy. But with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless
Yotsuyu is on that island.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
Good luck with that, Alpha. She's already told us how not buoyant you are.
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
Yeah!
Stupid kid.
come.
Gonna have to drag him to land.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gosetsu!
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan, eliminate hostiles! All forces, attack!
Gosetsu, thank the heavens!
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Tsuyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
We were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island. My lord here, I am returned.
Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
That is a very nice way of saying that.
Are you a friend too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time.
Awesome. Great. Wonderful. Now we have to deal with this idiot.
That we
this
should be
patch.
received by the Lord of Doma himself. I am Asahi Sas Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsuyu's stepbrother.
I don't think stepbrother is the right phrasing there exactly. If I remember correctly, he's Yotsuyu's like birth cousin and adoptive brother, but step is something completely different.
It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow
last
strife,
parter and a
but to
joke
end
in my life.
I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doman. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
In the worst ways possible. Conquer everyone and kill every beast man.
Emperor Varys wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning. And it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. There are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in Imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
If the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuyu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain?
Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Past mistake that Hien would see righted, What is it then?
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
Like, no one wants to tell you.
You speak of sins,
because it
my
was
lord.
bad.
But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is or what she has done,
What sin remains to be cleansed? I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you?
I mean, he's gone...
His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean.
Gosetsu's kind of gone away from the whole samurai thing and got a little more towards the monk shtick, though, you know, not the punchy monk like me, more like the pray to gods monk.
Only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it.
I somehow doubt either of them is going to get the chance to do that.
It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
And whatever hope we may have left last week off with, it's not going anywhere good this week, so just get ready for that.
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life. Not even her name.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Yeah, finally saw for himself that we're being honest about her condition. But the blood of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. I would do all I can to help see. He seems like such a decent and nice guy, doesn't he? That is right up until he gets you alone.
Mark me.
It gets right up in your face. And the real crazy, petty, vengeful psychopath comes out to play. God, I hate Asahi. That and a healthy dose of one-sided, completely unrequited fangirling obsession for Xenos' big, juicy booty.
Your power.
Yeah, blah, blah, whatever.
It vexes me.
God, Asahi is the worst.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a
blah,
glorious
blah,
new age.
yada, yada.
Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Your lord was such a coward, he cut his own throat. Be seeing you soon, dead man.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
If by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters,
yeah,
I must play this game. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it. Besides, I think he likes me. Which is more than some can say.
Really? Ian?
I've brought you a gift.
Yes, I'm sure this will be no trouble whatsoever.
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you?
How are you feeling, my lord?
Yeah, wonderful. This isn't gonna be all sorts of trouble.
Open wide now.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Sure, pal. As soon as we show up. It really is like a granddaughter taking care of
I grow
her
weary of
grandpa
the
or
taste of
something.
gruel.
Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
What?
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
Oh, God.
My lady, I assure you, this is not.
Oh, man, the
Off with
looks on
them.
her faces.
We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars?
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Crap. We really don't want her to start remembering these things. Oh no, Yotsuyu is gone. Where could she have possibly gone? Perhaps towards Namai to get Kotetsu some persimmons.
Greetings.
And
Might I have one of
unfortunately, she's
Wait,
lost
please.
her hat along the
I only
way,
wanted a
and
persimmon.
everyone recognizes her.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
Oh boy. Yep, more memories.
What did I... What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsuyu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is?
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
All right. I'll keep my peace.
But she should probably
As long as
avoid
you're
one of the
happy,
villages.
that's all
then.
that matters.
She should probably avoid the villages for a while.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn
Some
of events,
special
I took
guests.
the liberty of
Gee.
inviting some
I
special
wonder
guests.
who. Oh, would you look at that?
Ah, Yotsuyu.
The
You look
greatest abusers of all. Their freaking adoptive parents. And I think they were actually blood related before that. Like distant relatives or whatever.
Of all the people.
Of all the, like, he had nose. Uh-huh. Kind of fitting, isn't it? Like the symbol of the old life and the symbol of her new life fall out of her robe. It's like, which one are you gonna choose?
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family.
Yeah, sure,
Lest you
because they
doubt,
love
I am
so
content
much,
to leave
don't
the acting
they?
viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Doma.
When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me.
Yeah. Not surprising.
She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber.
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Yeah. How long do we have to wait before I can smash this dude's face in?
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Gee,
Out with it,
I
brother.
wonder.
You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
No, I fear they've contained something completely different.
My lord, forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone.
Yet again, just walked out once again.
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was
These
certain
people
she'd
are
fallen
terrible at keeping track of her. Oh my word. Someone is horribly injured and dying, you say? I wonder who it could be. Oh, look, it's a bunch of horrible abusers who deserve it. Good. Like, not imprison her, but keep someone watching her around the clock till Asahi is gone for good.
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it.
Yotsuyu!
What did you expect, you idiot? You tortured her all her life and you're surprised she runs you through?
No!
Yes, he seems so distraught about the fact that his parents are dead.
Well,
like, they all hated each other. Everyone in that family hated each other.
You always were a cold-blooded little worm.
You yearned for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see.
Yeah, see, this is why I was worried about what they had in those crates more than friggin' guns and bombs.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Doma and the Empire.
I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Hello again. Yeah.
You and your people are mine to govern.
I don't buy this facade anymore.
Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
Oh my god, all that talk in this patch about summoning the obvious horde of crystals turned out to be an obvious horde of crystals? Who could have called it? Cold and distant as the moon, aka a bun girl, I guess. Like, look, if you got tired of being here, just wanted to turn into a bud girl, you could have done that a lot easier ways than summoning.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours.
Yep, and I see that badly attached headband with bunny ears on it.
But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
How's about the power of these hands? Alright, let's do this. Congratulations, you successfully killed yourself by cop, basically. Bye. Jesus. What a prick. Can I please kill him now? We got all our prisoners back.
You surrender to anger, then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
I don't need to. You created your own death, idiot. Just kill him already. There we go. No, Doman has killed the emissary. Nope, a Garlean has killed the emissary.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Finally done with him.
Asahi. Always pretending not to see.
Mhm.
You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now...
Yup.
Now I am satisfied.
Bye.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead. Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet?
Her last thought. I wonder if you liked the persimmon.
She is gone? Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Well, at least we got our conscripts back.
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering. A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion.
Like I said, Maxima's kind
the
of
ambassador
cool.
insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale. I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
How can that be? Xenos is dead.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. What then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court?
Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf.
I do love
I'm
that.
happy to
It's like
confirm
all
our
of this
intent to
would have fallen
proceed
apart.
according
It
to the
kind of
original
did,
agreement.
but Maxima's like, well, that doesn't matter. I know Asa, he was a petulant little brat. I know all of this was his making. I'm not gonna blame them. I just want our prisoners back. And peace. Like,
Then
Maxima
let us be
legitimately
about
just wanted peace
a pity
and
to
the
abandon
Garlean
such a
prisoners
promising
back.
beginning.
As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Might I accompany you to the capital? Impostor or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doman. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
That was a nice, calm way of saying it.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Why, hello there. Running around wearing the body of a resistance fighter. Only to ensure the salvation of this star. Yeah, see, definitely an Ascian. Puppeting this dude's son's body around and just hanging out with the guy. What are you doing around here, strange resistance soldier who was watching us try to exhume Xenos' corpse? Who also seems to be wielding a katana? Embrace goodness immediately. I like that he's actually openly talking to himself for a second about like, I could just go on to be like a boring ass like resistance soldier, I guess. After all, that's what this body is. Could just become one of the good guys, I suppose. Nah, that's boring. He's off to kick some Ascian. So now Alphino and Maxima are on their way back to the Empire. Oh, they're over a location known as the Burn, you say? A place where supposedly a bunch of summonings, one after another, have, like, drained the land completely of ether. Oh no, Magitech armors are trying to shoot their ship down. Gee, it's almost like someone doesn't want you getting to the Garlean Empire alive, isn't it? They're going down. What's this? A duty? Where the Warrior of Light is nowhere around? What could this possibly be? Oh my, look at this new mechanic! We're role-playing as one of the Scions! Gee, it looks like the prince is somewhat desperate not to let a Scion get anywhere near him to deduce what he actually is. My oh my, who could this random new person be? it couldn't possibly be. Actually, most people wouldn't recognize him anyway, since they've never seen him without the helmet on. You use a Garlean gunblade very well. Think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion, as of course he instantly recognizes a Scion. Have some small history with your... Yeah, that's one way to put it. Some small history with your order. Let this be the answer to your question of what our purpose is. Uh-huh. Ascian masks. And if you can see, he's wearing a red one there at his hip as well. Dude's just been walking around hunting down and killing Ascians. Although I don't suspect he has any means of trapping their spirits, so he's really just sort of killing them temporarily, I think. And there they go, wandering off into the burn with this shadow hunter. Actually, he's got a bunch of... He's got a couple of red Ascian masks at his hip.
After the successful uprisings in Doman and Mhigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well.
Yeah, there is that.
The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
I know, I've already dealt with that.
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. The Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yeah, it's not some imposter impersonating him. This is a friggin' Ascian puppeting his corpse.
An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
Mm-hmm.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life? I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out.
Really?
The burn.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the burn!
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
Why, hello, strange ruins. With drones and droids, and this is Al again. And we're done with the burn.
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place,
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite ready to leave this wasteland. But first things first, do you see the crashed ship over yonder? Judging by its class, it must be the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
War Machina. It would seem they were
yeah.
involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
There's no sign of Alphino, nor of Maxima and his people.
These were no ordinary soldiers.
The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphino is his prisoner?
We must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphino is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphino is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Back from the burn. Apparently there's some new visiting emissary here to meet with. Well, hello there, visiting emissary.
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. So the big news is that Ala-Mhigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance.
Isn't that old news?
To make it official
No, I guess that's
and discuss
fairly
where
new.
we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too.
By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Doma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, Yugiri, and correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Doma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca.
All these other places that don't really matter. I mean, Hingashi and Suinosato, yeah, sure, but like Nangsha and Dalmasca are only side stories for the most part.
Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom.
But I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Yes, we did, but Alice was there with us during that dungeon, remember?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact.
Yes.
For
I'm
locations
saying
so
it was
far removed to
Allagans,
share
but
a
it's
single
always
etheric signature is
Allagans.
all but impossible. Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrias-class battleship.
But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region.
Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
There is that.
Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. I will never tire of this vista. During my time with the Mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
There's a relic of some kind
A
buried
tainted
to the
land
north of
cloven
us.
from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud. And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens. I suppose that might suffice.
Big glowy pillars, you say? That'll probably work.
This is an Allagan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azizlar from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
Hey, Sadhu, can we completely drain your religious artifact of all of its ether? King always talking. She's like, you just stop talking already? Like, we'd kill anyone who defiles that place, but obviously that's not what you're doing. She will let us wield the power, blah, 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 blah. We're leaving the steppe to fight the men of iron. I would have something in return. Which is... battle. She wants to do battle with me.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Harn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
You really do not understand the Xaela.
You stand before proud warriors of the Dothal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Enough talk! It is time to fight! Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come! We have only just begun.
I mean, I just beat you up like 5 times in a row. I think we're good.
Enough!
Yep.
You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
He's like, a fight's a fight, but you're not blowing up the whole country.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Oh, God.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high,
Oh my
he reigns
God,
over all,
shut up
now
already.
and forever.
Of course, this is the best scene in the whole friggin' game. Look, she's just like, who's this idiot?
A battle to determine the fate of the steppe. A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand.
Do I have to beat you up
Doman,
too?
you who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
What a bunch of egotistical idiots. They're all our children to combat. Oh, shut up. No one cares.
Your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Big, giant, overcompensating ego.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
God. Alright, let's just get on with it already.
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her.
Yes, you are, especially in the next expansion.
We must fight. Let us at least be brief.
Yeah. Ether, to me.
Be done with you now, Magni. Was that a unidance? That looked like
How
Yuna's
about you?
summoner dance. She even did the, like, sweep the staff around, spin it, sweep it back around thing. What strength? What grace? Oh no, not again. Let's just assume I beat her, right? Like, roleplay as Y'shtola, because that's the more interesting fight. After all, obviously, the Warrior of Light's gonna win.
'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised.
Cool.
Nama's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
Oh god, the sun is gonna be even worse than before.
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength.
We already
did
that.
The sun shall answer your call. By what are you called?
He's like, the sun is not driven by such base desires as you. Like, the sun is only driven by desperation.
Y'shtola,
That's why.
Why?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
She could not care any less. Best line of the game.
I am not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Just burns him to the ground. And then Sadu, of course. Yup.
Little son! Little son!
She's so evil. So cruel, I love it.
Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
She's never going to stop calling him that now. But why should she? She loves fighting him. She loves fighting everybody.
Cyrena waits for word of our success.
It'll make him furious enough to fight her. She's gonna say it over and over again. I love she burns him right to his face in front of everybody, causes them all to start fighting each other, and then just goes, I'm done with this, let's leave. Y'shtola's the best. Alright, Y'shtola, you channel all this energy halfway across the world or whatever, and I'll just back up here.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Mhigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them.
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic. We dispatched the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Mhigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
So the truth.
What the masses believe is not our chief concern.
Yup.
Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
We're trying to create another Garlean civil war.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
Oh! Ah! Okay, this part's starting. Yep. Ugh.
Sorrow.
Shut up! Shut up, Crystal Man, I'm busy!
History.
Oh boy, Shadowbringers is coming around soon.
Ahead looms a calamity.
Yeah, I know.
Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll become the Warrior of Darkness soon enough.
Only you can forestall.
Ow, someone's trying to yank my soul out of my body.
A voice!
And he's not very accurate with his pull.
Spies in our midst? Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Shut up, Crystal
Throw
Man.
wide the gates that we may pass.
Don't do this until you focus on your accuracy, Crystal Man. You're gonna yank the wrong soul like 5 times, so shut up, Crystal Man. Oh, there he goes.
Master Thancred.
Yep, he got the wrong one. Got the wrong one.
Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
Thancred's body is fine. It's pretty much like he's asleep, but he's not waking up.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to? Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better. Urianger! God, it's good to see you.
I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
Who do you think is responsible?
Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to...
Uh-oh. There it goes again.
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Oh!
I hear it too.
There it is!
Only you. Only you.
So, assumedly, Thancred is the most sensitive, Urianger's next, and then Y'shtola's more sensitive than me and Alice are to ether, but, like, that's strange. I would have expected Y'shtola to be pretty sensitive at this point with her ether sight and everything.
Throw wide the gates.
No, stop throwing wide the gates. It hurts.
No, this can't be happening!
Yep. 2 more down. The Imperial Palace, you say?
Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear.
Awesome. Sure, we want to deal with this too.
A word from your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me?
You're wearing his dead son's face and body.
Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool.
And calling him a fool. I mean, he was.
When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire.
What a lie.
My deeds stand.
Well, that being said, it is actually the cause that the Emperor created the Empire for. It's just nonsense.
And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave. Father.
Even calling him Dad.
I should be the one to sigh.
Great, here comes this dramatic bitch.
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
What? Have you no words for me either?
No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Grandson, let me remind you of your place.
The
in
Emperor,
simplest
ladies
of
and
terms.
gentlemen. Like, the Emperor who turned the Garleans into a machine of war.
You do
Soulless.
not make judgments. You administer
My dear
them.
grandson. Turns out he's an
Swiftly
Ascian.
and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
That's the beautiful part. Like, everyone's always pissed off at the Garleans. Guess what? That's the point.
I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alan.
Yep. Also created the Alligans. Just shoots his grandpa. It won't fix anything. He is an Ascian after all, but still.
You are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy. Both
Exactly.
yours and
You can pull out your
mine.
gun and shoot grandpa as many times as you want. It won't fix anything, but you know, sometimes it's just cathartic to do so.
Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus,
And all it's gonna
goals are one
cost
and
is the
same.
lives of every single living thing in all of the shards. A resistance encampment? A random one somewhere in the Empire, you said. Well, hello, Alphido, a random shadow hunter person. What in the world? Oh my god, look! An entire encampment of resistant soldiers just dead. Wow, weird. None of them have been stabbed or shot or what has happened here? Yeah, here we go. Oh, he knows what it is. Of course he does. I doubt he helped make it, but I'm sure he was around when they were making it. Black Rose. To breathe it is to breathe your, yeah, poisonous gas. The Empire started dealing in chemical weapons now.
God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start? A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance? Thank you for coming, Kryl. We would welcome your insight.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients.
All three are in fine physical health.
At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
Back to Grumpy Granny. Granny, your pet cat had its soul ripped out. Now we need to go find her.
She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray. And I'll not
Exactly.
see her buried before I am.
Right. Let us see what we can see.
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Hello again, Maxima.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went. Until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
Wasn't expecting that.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlean, all the better.
Raubad. Like, hey, if I get insider information on Garlean, all the better.
During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head-on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
So stall.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hier know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Uh-oh. Stop calling already!
Must be changed.
God, he can be annoying.
Calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
Will you stop trying to rip my soul out because you keep getting the wrong people?
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Well, yes, but if we're both still standing, who else do you think might have gone down? Time to go see how the work on the wall, the energy barrier, is coming. Back to the burn we go.
Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Start the generator!
Woo! Nice.
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. 4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize.
It's like,
They
hey,
can
it's a
test our
chance
new
to
wall for
test.
us.
They gotta slam right into it. Hey, it works. They just back off and land like, okay, let's
Seems
not.
solid enough.
Yeah.
Though I was hoping for a fireball.
You might not be once you realize what this ship has on it. It's a good thing it didn't erupt in a fireball. Because if Alice and I didn't pass out the last time, guess who did?
Lower the barrier!
All that work to get it up, and then we immediately have to take it down.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions.
Why, hello again, Warrior of Light. Yup.
Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Adventurer. Hi, Gaius. How you doing?
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance. As the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it, for a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. So many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Among the Ascians, the black-masked ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know.
Mm-hmm.
Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential.
That's why a
next
bunch
to
of
the
ones that I
paragons
didn't think of as the red masks do wear red masks. Because, like, all the big ones wear red masks, but only the top 3 are, like, the original souls. The paragons.
The first was Lahabrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk.
Emmet
Selk.
Selk.
Little is known.
Is that the first time they use the name Emmet Selk?
We have files on Lahabrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us. We have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
I know who it is, of
Elidibus
course.
seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. We infiltrated the production facility.
Love that.
And destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with
Completely
the plant itself.
off-screen,
should they
in the
rebuild
matter of
operation,
like 10 minutes,
will
they
not soon
destroyed
manufacture
Black
another
Rose's
batch.
production facility.
Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
So he's literally just been cloning his own body over and over and over again, and then jumping between them whenever Varys gets
All
the
of which
inkling to
prompts the
blow him
question,
away.
Were the Ascians responsible for these abominations? Or was it the will of the Emperor? It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose. There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods.
Yep.
Even as I, in my blinkered conviction,
Exactly.
placed mine in Ascian promises.
Berating the Eorzeans for believing in the 12 while you are serving Garlemald, which is nothing more than the puppet of Ascians who are trying to revive Zodiark.
Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again.
Oh, great. Back at the chemical plant.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
The silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect.
I mean, they need it to be quiet and still, silent, right? Light aspect. They need everything to just sort of stop.
Be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war. I will be doing what all Ascians do.
You seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise.
You mean when you had to go to war over succession to the crown? He wanted that. It was chaos.
Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
We're about to get going with the very last bit of the Stormblood MSQ today. But first, absolutely nothing. I know usually we would start off with a couple minutes of me doing something. New gear, new class quests, new side stuff, whatever. But you know what? We just recently passed 2 years of putting out this series. And this is the 100th episode. Well, 100th-ish, and the End of Stormblood's MSQ. So let's just focus on the story today, shall we? Here we go. We've got an entire, forward operating base war camp set up now.
I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Mhigo as we speak.
We have some good news, too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius Van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. We have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation. I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
Recognizing the threat icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race.
Bro, that's sounding real Nazi-ish.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections.
Finally getting into sort of little bits and pieces of this story. You don't really get into the details of this story until Shadowbringers and then later in Walker.
Myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
No, not even close.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Yup. Now you've come to the heart of the problem.
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom.
I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian. My grandsire, the former Emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire?
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
No. Definitely not the Garlean standard.
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs.
And also that perfect race you're trying to create, that would be their race. They're not gonna fly like leaves in a storm. The Ascians are that race you're talking about.
We would be the masters of our own fate.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left!
And we've come to an impasse.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands!
But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
Yes, exactly. Now we're getting to the heart of Shadowbringers.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole.
Nobody actually
once
believes
more.
us being made whole will let us oppose the Ascians. The Ascians are what he's trying to turn us into.
The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting.
Time for war. And you know what? Seeing as it's time for war, let's look the part.
The last of the reinforcements from Doman arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
Ready to frighten some Garleans?
I wouldn't want to be on their side. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Here we go, into the Gimlet Dark. To war! Literally flashbang.
We did it! I dare say they'll be reeling from this. We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Yep. Been a while since we had a calling, hasn't it?
The light will expunge all
Darn.
life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
Got one more scion to go down.
No, not like.
Bye, Alize. Complete examination. It's exactly the same as everyone else. She got called. Like, whatever's left of this fight, we should probably finish soon. My character is the only one who's still feeling the effects of the calling and hasn't gone down yet. So, like, you guys might lose the Warrior of Light soon if you don't. Well, hello there, Elidibus. I mean, Xenos.
Our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
Oh my god, it's almost like one person in a crazy, murderous, psychopath's body can just blow through a dozen people, 100 people, 1,000 people. Kind of the way the Warrior of Light always does too.
Taking their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. To see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale.
Oh, ow, no, wait, bad timing. Bad timing. Don't take the Warrior of Light out before the final fight, please.
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
I mean, as fit as I'm going to be. If you leave this any longer, the Warrior of Light's liable to pass out on the battlefield, so let's do this.
May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Cool. Like, who do I roleplay as? Because there's 3 good options here. Hien. Yeah, Hien. You got this, bro. You totally got this.
Fall, fiend!
Guys.
You get it!
Yeah, them Asians, they're dangerous.
Damn you!
Got one more in it. Oh, nice! Broke his bass. Not that that'll stop him, but you know. You sleep. I fight right now. So you just take a nap, kid. I got this.
Equilibrium must be restored. And only your death will redress the balance.
Bro, you are way too focused on that nonsense. Let's do it. Okay, so far it's not doing anything to me. Oh, I see. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, he's very He's like the similar mechanics to the real Xenos, but much more powerful and more intricate. Doing the sword summon thing. Yeah, he is. There we go. Wasn't even all that difficult. I mean, it, you know, there was some damage there, but not too bad. Let's just not, shall we? Oh god. He summoned that one at a really terrible moment. And then we just get away from all of those cleaves. Oh, come on, what was the range on that bomb? That one's gonna go off. Oh, I didn't actually hit that one. That's impressive. That's if he doesn't just go down right here.
I see.
Even Ascians can't stop me. Well, it is difficult to take them down, though.
For all your strength, you will still fail.
Oh, calling.
I beseech you.
Timing. Worst timing possible, Crystal Man. You need to shut up for 5 minutes.
Someone calls to you.
Of course the Ascian can tell.
Too late, alas.
Okay, can't really focus. Quick, punch him in the penis. He's right in front of you. Just hit him while you're down. Am I dead?
At last, I found you.
Hey, Crystal Man. Maybe if you could have shut up for about 5 minutes, that would have been better.
Please, there's no cause for alarm. The place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength. We have precious little time, and your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. Soon, we will throw wide the gates, and the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
To the first, he says. Hey, look at that, I'm not entirely dead.
You're awake. Thank heavens. It is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Oh yeah, was he the one who saved us here? Lest
you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Mm-hmm. He just like jumps into the middle of the fight,
emotional farewells.
smacks Elidibus in the face or something, and then grabs me and jumps away, pretty much.
The battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies.
They have to build up something where it's like they don't need you on the front lines for a while. If I'm going to go hang out in the first for a while, they need to have sort of a stalemate with the Empire for a while.
We are all eternally grateful for your efforts, but no one is without their limits, not even you.
Which isn't surprising, they're harping on this a little bit. The idea is that the Warrior of Light's supposed to be pretty bogged down with PTSD and stuff by the time he hits Shadowbringers.
Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Yep, I'm still standing. Can't put me into an eternal slumber.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Annoying Crystal Man is desperately trying to call me to another plane of existence.
If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right?
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here?
Our Shinobi have been doing their job well then.
I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril.
I mean, that part is true.
This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
And he's still just like slowly making his way through the Empire.
My enemy. My friend.
Oh god.
Had I been but a step faster.
This idiot.
Bloody savages!
Blah blah. He's just like killing everyone on both sides of the conflict.
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised.
Like he already knows that I'm going away from this conflict for a while too.
May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime,
yup. I
will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Yeah, it's cute that Olympus is sitting around in a body that isn't his. Time for him to go like wage single-handed war on the Garlean Empire. Tiny Potato Man, off to a reflection for a whole new adventure.